From the Watergate Building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now here are Hotline editors John Mercurio and Amy Walter.
Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm John Mercurio.
And I'm Amy Walter.
Massive weight loss, marathons, a second place straw poll finish. What can't Mike Huckabee do?
Maybe a line of fitness videos?
Yes.
Or maybe he could, I don't know.
Maybe he could. No, I wouldn't put it past him. No, really, come on. How important is Mike Huckabee's second place finish last weekend in Iowa, and who does he owe his victory to, Amy Walter?
Well, listen, it got him a good couple of hours on the press trail, right? So he got a Sunday. He got on the Sunday talk shows. He's been getting a little more press lately, but just looking through the piles of clips today, as I do every morning, I'll tell you this. The Romney stack is still like this, and Huckabee stack still kind of small. But the reality is, it was a good day for him. It certainly shows his ability to motivate, which everybody has said, look, he's a good, strong candidate on the stump. He got, as our faithful blogometer reporter noted the other day, Con Carroll noted, that he got a lot of help from some outside groups, especially the Fair Tax group that's pushing for a national sales tax. But fundamentally, I don't think you're going to see a push into the first tier.
Well, I think the big problem and the big difference that remains between him and Romney is money. And I think if you look at the campaign schedules this week for Romney and Huckabee really speak volumes. Romney is all over the place. Romney's still traveling. He still obviously has a real top-tier sort of campaign in operation. And Huckabee, despite the fact, like you said, he's getting a lot of good sort of free media, national television networks paying a lot of attention to him. They want to sort of reintroduce him to the American public as the potential, upset, at this point, the potential upset winner in Iowa. But he's doing all these interviews from Little Rock, which is basically where his campaign at this point is based. And that's what we've seen, I think, with Huckabee throughout this campaign. Not a lot of campaign organization, not a lot of fundraising ability, but when he's able to get these sort of free or sort of opportunities to talk to the media, he impresses people. So it's another sort of opportunity, I think, for him.
So maybe if Mitt Romney were the governor of Arkansas, maybe they should switch places.
That would be right.
Maybe that would be good. Sort of a Freaky
made more
Friday.
Sense for Mitt Romney all along.
Yeah.
But the other thing, though, I think, is what it does do. Romney was so far ahead; he really won decisively in Ames. And if you look at the second and third place finishers, I mean, it was Huckabee and Brownback. Brownback's getting no good press out of his third place finish. Huckabee's getting all this great press at this little bump out of his second place one. When in reality, they were only a couple hundred votes apart. So I think that what it really does do is set up this sort of second tier, this two-man race between Huckabee and Brownback for being the potential challenger for Romney in Iowa.
Well, and the one person that didn't get talked about all that much is the person who I think actually did much better at the straw poll because the fact that there was a low turnout, because of the fact that there was not a huge wide gap between the second and third tiers, which is Fred Thompson. I mean, the fact is, if conservatives are still sitting on their hands, we know that there are 10,000 fewer people that showed up to the straw poll than did back in '99.
Right.
Is it that it's an overall sense of malaise, of Republicans feeling depressed, or are they saying we're still not convinced that Mitt's the guy we're going to rally around, we're still waiting to see what Thompson looks like? And so for him, I think that's probably the better news. All right, well, I think it's safe to say a lot of pundits stopped digging Mike Huckabee's grave with a knife and fork.
Or
That's
a
right.
knife and spoon.
Or spoon.
Indeed.
Because you can dig with a spoon, not with a string.
Right. Or a shovel. We stand corrected. We also stand here out of time. Thanks for joining us on Hotline TV.